I'm Fitzco Hall, and you're listening to a preview of Dirtbag Diaries Plus.
Hey, I am responding to your prompt about bonking, one of my best skills, I would say.
This is a story about how I bonked hard in the Grand Canyon.
Been a long-time listener, and I was responding to your bonk prompt. Here is my bonk story.
Hi, my name is Bennett Ron, and I'm a longtime listener of the Dirtbag Diaries, first-time submitter. I'm a little nervous, but I have had a lot of bonking episodes in my life. I am a plus-size outdoor athlete, and I really revel in challenging myself to do epic, hard, technical sports that have excluded people that look like me for a really long time. And a couple of years ago, I learned how to ski during COVID winter, and I kind of low-key set myself a goal in my head of skiing Mount St. Helens at the end of the winter because I was also learning to tour. And I ended up doing it with my friends Caitlin and Fred, and I was not prepared, and I just decided to go for it anyway. And I went out with a pair of skis with frame bindings, and they were so heavy, and we started in the dark, and I couldn't keep up with anyone, and I was like really over pushing myself on the uphill in skis that were really, really heavy, and I was way overtaxing my abilities. And so even though I was like keeping up with my nutrition, I was not keeping up with my energy consumption. And we got to the top a lot later than we had anticipated. And I started to suit up to go down. And I was crying before I even stepped into my skis about how hard and scary this was going to be for me. And I was like bonking before we even started the descent. But I proceeded to fall my way down that mountain. At one point, I ate it really hard and was just kind of lying in the snow and crying to myself about how miserable I was. And somebody came up and they thought I was injured. They were like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" And I was like, "No, I'm just miserable." And we went down the mountain. At one point, when we got closer to the luge track out, I convinced my friends to just leave me there so that I could cry by myself. I was like, we are in safe enough terrain now. We're out of Abby's terrain. There's like no way that I'm going to lose the trail all the way back to the car because there's all these people. Please just let me be here in my sadness and despair at the base of this mountain. I did eventually make it back out to my car. The luge track actually went a lot better than I was expecting, but I was anticipating it being really bad. And I went to a gas station and ate like an incredible amount of French fries and then felt a lot better. But yeah, that was one of the more memorable times where I got in way over my head and bonked really hard and had to dig really deep to get out of the mountains and back home.
To hear the full episode, subscribe to Diaries Plus. With the subscription, you'll gain access to other exclusive episodes, ad-free content, and more Type 2 fun. Plus, you get to support the future of the show. There's a link in the show notes, or you can head to dirtbagdiaries.com/plus to subscribe. As always, thanks for listening.